why do you think people have trouble discussing death, and why is it important that we do develop a relationship to death, whether you've lost someone
Yeah.
or not?
When someone in a room says something like, everything happens for a reason, it's God's will, it'll be all right, it'll be okay, be strong, don't cry, that kind of thing. It used to really make me angry, like just really frustrate and irritate me because I'm like, you're not helping at all. And then further down the line, as I started to develop more empathy and compassion for everybody in the room, when I hear a statement like that, what I hear is, I'm scared and afraid of what is happening. So I just got to fill this scared silence with a platitude or a cliche in a way, not just to soothe the person who is hurting, but to soothe myself. And there is something in all of us, I think, naturally so, that is scared of, afraid of mortality, because it's coming for us all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's a stranger creeping through the window, and it's getting closer, inch by inch, second by second. And, you may have discussed this on your show already, David. There's something called TMT, which is terror management theory. And terror management is the idea that we come up with all kinds of coping mechanisms and philosophies in order to escape the fear of death. The ancient Greeks would say, you live for glory. All major religions have some kind of afterlife or some kind of way of coping with death that has to do with the spiritual realm, eternity and things like that. And I guess you could say by this theory that everything that we do, whether brushing our teeth, being productive, making our bed, trying to make money, getting married, having kids, all the things that people need and want, you could say that's all a way of managing our terror, the fear of death. How can I, in evolutionary terms, perpetuate myself and lengthen my life? And how can I, in personal and psychological, moral and spiritual terms, live a meaningful life when I know this is just the one that I've got? But I say all that to say, I don't think I can say to you, David, as much as I've seen and been through, that I'm comfortable with death. I don't think I can say that, I've managed to now have this close, intimate relationship with death and it doesn't bother me. In fact, the work that I'm in, because I'm in a level 1 trauma center, I've seen probably hundreds of ways that people can die. And it's very alarming and it causes death anxiety. I just have this almost fear and panic sometimes. Sometimes I'll be talking to someone, and David, this is very macabre and morbid, but I may imagine them dead. I just may, right in front of me, I'll imagine them in the hospital bed just because I see it so much, And what that does for me is, on one hand, I have death anxiety, but on the other hand, I constantly have this pervasive thought, this could be the last time that I talk to this person. Either they'll go or I'll go. I don't know when the next time is that I'm going to talk to them. This could be it. And that sort of finality, that last time, leads me, whether I want to or not, to be completely present in the moment, to be with that other person. And so I think there is something naturally scary and fearful about death that is completely understandable. So when people make those platitudes, those statements, whatever people that have a way of coping, I try not to judge them too much for that. And I just think, I know that you're scared, so I'll name it. And on the other hand, there's something about, as we approach and face and talk about death and our mortality, that it deepens and expands our living. And it's something that we need to confront in ourselves at whatever tempo, whatever pace that we need. And it's hard. It's hard. I mean, I'm faced with it all the time. And at the same time, it has deepened, dare I say, maybe my appreciation for living. And as cheesy and as cliche as that sounds, the end result is that I know that this second could be the last one. There could be right now, David, an arteriovenous malformation forming in my brain right here. I could have an aneurysm any second, and that would be it. We just don't know. I've seen all kinds of ways that people go. But what that leads me to is, I'm going to be right here, right now. And if thinking about death, talking about death, staring death in the face leads me to that presentness and withness, then I'm here for it. And I encourage anyone listening or watching, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because it will bring you to a depth that you didn't know was possible.
Damn. Okay. Hope that's in your book. Christ.